Hi, I'm Jen, and I'm a librarian at the Lane Community College Library. Today, I'm going to show you how to perform research on accommodations in the classroom for children with special needs. I'm going to show you two different tools to perform research. First, I will show you how to find books and ebooks using the catalog, and then I'm going to show you how to find magazine and journal articles using our databases. So first, the catalog. The catalog is a computer database of records of all of the books, ebooks, videos, and other materials that the library owns. You can search the catalog by going to the library's homepage at library.lanecc.edu and then typing some words in the search blank at the top of the page where it says search for books, videos, and more. I'm going to do a very general search. Children, special needs. And maybe we'll find some chapters on more specialized topics when we get there. I'll hit the search button and it looks like there are almost 8,000 results. Some of them are books in print, some of them are videos, and some of them are ebooks. I see that the top few results are streaming videos. So let's click on where it says print books, the link at the top of the page. That'll let us see the books that we have on paper. Here's a print book. This is a book including children with special needs, a handbook for educators and parents. If you wanted to see more information about the book, you could click on it and look at the summary and the table of contents. That would give you more of an idea of what the book's about. If you wanted this book, you would come to the library and look under the call number. Here's the call number. It starts with LC3981. You need the whole call number in order to find the book. Of course, you could ask a librarian for help if you had trouble finding it. But if you can't come to the library to see our books on paper, you can limit your search results to ebooks by clicking on the ebooks link. So here's an ebook that looks pretty good. Play for Children with Special Needs, Supporting Children with Learning Differences 3 to 9. So let's take a look at it and see how we would access this ebook. I'll click on it, and then you look below where it says full text availability. Full text just means the entire book, word for word, the way it originally appeared when it was published on paper. I'm going to click on where the ebook Central Academic Complete link. And then I'm going to click on Read Online. As you can see here on the left, you can click on individual chapters to get started reading the book, like this one, Analyzing and Adapting Play Opportunities, particularly for children with learning differences. And you can print parts of the book by clicking on the print button up here. So that's books and ebooks. Now I'm going to go back to the main page of the library, and I'll try to find magazine and journal articles on accommodations for special needs children. First, I'll click on where it says databases. The database you want to use is EBSCO databases. This is actually a collection of over 30 databases that you're searching all at the same time. Now, a database is a very large collection of magazine, newspaper, and journal articles all gathered together and searchable, kind of like the way you would search Google, except none of this information is available for free on the internet. The library pays for you to be able to access these articles. So I'm going to do a quick search, accommodations, children, speech. Notice that I'm keeping it very simple. I'm not typing in unimportant words like in or with or at or on. I'm not including words like the effects of or the impact of. I'm only using 3 keywords: accommodations, children, and speech. In the databases, you don't want to type in a whole question or sentence the way you can in Google. I'm just putting in the most important words of my topic. So then I'm going to hit search. And I noticed that I've got 340 different results here. There's another difference between Google and the databases that you should know about. In Google, the results you are looking for will typically be in the top 10 hits on the page. But in the databases, you have to be more patient. You want to look further down on the page than you ordinarily would go. Look at the top 50 results or even the top 100. You can get an idea about what each article is about by looking at the subjects that are attached to the article. You can also get a summary of the article by hovering over the magnifying glass on the right here, and then it will give you an abstract, which is just a summary of the article. I thought this article was interesting. Facilitating emergent literacy skills in children with hearing loss. And it gives you the names of the authors and the name of the journal that it's from, Deafness and Education International. It also gives you the date that it's from. And what you can do is you can click onto it and it will give you more information about the article. If you want to take a look at the article itself, you need to click on where it says PDF full text. And here's the article as it originally appeared in the journal. If you want to keep this article for later, you'll want to click on the email icon to the right of the article. So I'll click on that. And then you can put your email address right up here. And here it will include a citation of the article in APA format if you tell it to. So I'm going to change it right now. It's in MLA format as a default, but for your class, you use APA. So I'm going to use APA 7th edition. And then when you send the article, it will send not only the article, but the citation that you can copy and paste into your paper. I hope this has been helpful for you as you do your research. And if you have any more questions, please ask a librarian.